Hey everybody, a long time no hear from. There's a good reason for that. Magic is stupid. Magic is boring. You should gamble on the stock market and make some real money. To hell with drafting dragons and shit. That's stupid. I'm just kidding. No. Still love Magic. Just haven't been playing much online in particular. Still play a fair bit live actually. Um, but yeah, just haven't drafted much online. I want to get back into this. I spend too much time like reading articles and watching other people's Magic videos, and not enough time making videos. So I'm gonna enable the kind of stuff I shouldn't be doing for you guys, and do the stuff that I should be doing for myself. And by recording this, making this video, playing some Magic, new set out. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this and see what we can do. So this is about to pop. I've played some live pre-releases. I actually went ahead and played live, or actually had a GPT and a PPTQ that were sealed over last weekend. I already played. So that's a little bit clipped on your guys' side. This pack. Well, let's begin this. Okay. Stratus Dancer is pretty good. Obviously, 2/1 flyers. As the low side is good. He's better. Dashy guy. Hardened Berserker's quite good. Twin Bolt's fine. Grimag Drowner's fine. Generic dragon. Just as generic as a dragon can be. Still fine. I'm gonna go with the rare. I don't know. Seems about on the same power level. So we'll just take that. And it's rare. It's shiny. It's new. I'm not sure that Mono Blue Devotion's gonna come back and be a thing. But if it is, I think it'll be on the back of this guy actually, and constructed. This cycle of dragons is pretty, just like not the worst thing ever, but not good. Tarkir Pummeler's fine. Scale Blessing, I don't know, not a thing. I don't know. I'm not big on that whole build up your guys thing. It's just not my style. I like my guys to just be big, good on their own. Being said, Ultra Summons is pretty good. It's on color. It's fine. It's nothing super great. Ultra's Aven's pretty good actually. Maybe we should take that. Move it to Sultai. That guy's just very good. I'll take the Vulture's Aven. It's better than Ultra Summonings. It's off color, but so it goes. Amscape Shaman. Drowner. Drowners are quite strong. Yeah, just that the effect is quite powerful. Also, it is an actual impulse, I believe is the card, and it puts the cards into your graveyard, so you can delve them away and do other shenanigans. Yeah. Okay, I'm comfortable being Sultai. I think in this format you should probably be one of the allied colors about 60% of the time. There are some payoffs in the Dragons of Tarkir sets in terms of some pretty solid gold cards. The alternative on this pick would be Tail Slash. But talking about the format in general, about 60% of the time it helps you build, like, you can, we're Sultai, so we know that we want kind of guys like this that death triggers, and cheap guys. There's a fair bit of those going around. But you don't have to do it. If you do choose to go with an enemy color, red, blue, or whatever, you do get some pretty nice commons in the final pack. but you don't really have, you don't have a dash deck, you don't have a exploit deck, you don't have a bolster deck, but you can just have good stuff anyway. So is it the Dutiful Attendant? Minister of Pain's probably a little bit stronger. We have a bunch of exploit creatures, so we're going to start prioritizing Dutiful Attendant, but right now I'm okay with this guy. Shambling Goblin's kind of on the low end of what we're talking about there. There's some pretty good red cards in here. Like this guy in particular has just been a beating. Every time I play with or against him, he just slams in there. He's like a kind of like a lava axe. It's like a combination lava axe slash. Give your opponent the choice between lava axe and diabolic edict. And either way, you get to reuse it. It's pretty brutal. I think that's strong enough. I'm going to take it into there. The Warbringer is also okay. You have to be dedicated dash. Warbrute's just good in any kind of tempo deck. And now there are no red cards in this pack, so I don't know what was going on with that. Also, that rare, if I recall correctly, was kind of very close to 7 mana win the game if you can set it up correctly. So we could try and stay with the dashiness, which also works with the sultiness. It works okay. I mean, whatever. It's a guy you can sacrifice to Gurmag Droner or Vicious Ape. And, yeah, there's a 2-drop. He's a bear. Or we could take Anticipate, which is probably slightly stronger. I'm going to take the Skirmisher, kind of split the difference. And now there's no red cards. Maybe that was... I don't know. I don't want to play against that card. I'm just going to say that. This guy is not great. And these guys are also not great. Ultratized Breath. Ultratized Breath is much better if you're being aggressive. When you're on the defensive, it's actually quite lame. Sure, I'll take the Faithful. I don't know. Icebreakers is like... Nah. Hand of Slumgar's pretty good. Marshalk's fine. I'll take the hand. Talk to the hand. Draft the hand. I don't know. Ooh, the Gurmag Droner wield. That's a pretty good sign that Sultai is probably pretty open. Yeah. Tower Shell. Or we could cut Light Walkers. Surprisingly good. Because you can always bolster stuff onto it. I've had some games, and unfortunately for me, because I'm not the Lightwalker type. Sorry, Luke. Sure. We'll stay with the Wandering Tomb Shell, the Dirtle Turtle. Let's make this a little bit more visible. Take an Ultratide Monument, or just cut into Mocha Warrior. There's a chance we end up splashing white or something. These cards probably, hopefully, aren't going to make the deck. This is a reasonable start. Honestly, I've not actually drafted Sultai yet, but it's a learning experience, which is I was trying to remember if that gave reach or hexproof, and obviously it's blue, so it's hexproof. But yeah, like the Gurmag Droner is quite strong. Vulture Saving quite strong, so we do want to pick up the guys which are common, so hopefully we can get some of them if death triggers or enter the battlefield. Oop, Narset, okay. I just can't as it's pure rare draft because this card is actually even not really good in limited, and it's a little bit off color for us. Like if you look at our our deck is 9 creatures. Yeah, so Narset's not very good right now. If I was at the Pro Tour or PTQ or something, I'd probably take the Ojutai Interceptor. But yeah, we'll just bank that. Dramoka's Command is pretty solid. More even. Alright. Really gonna need to start picking up guys to do that. Dramoka's Command can't be worth that much. Although I do like that card. But obviously not for this deck. So yeah. What you're saying. I need to hit up some idiots down here. Trying to spell Dramoka's Command. It's not working out for me. Our set is like 36 tickets, so that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Draconic Roar is nice. Spell Eater, Butcher's Glee. For some reason in this set, like, black has 2 really good combat tricks. I mean, I guess they're pushing whatever the new Mardu is. Again. Ojutai's Interceptor is quite strong. Still looking for more low-end creatures, which this can double as one. Usually want to get something a little bit better with that. Spell Eater's fine. I'm trying to decide between these two. This is more of an aggressive card. This is more a control card. We are more control-y. It's hard to pass up a 4-power flyer for not cheap though. Now I'm going to take a Spell Eater. I could regret that. Salumgar, Scorn, Mind Rot, Contradict, Duress, Void Squall, Missive Keratin, Stampeding Elkherd are solid. Also this good combat trick there. We have like 0 ways basically to interact with our opponents, so we need to start prioritizing. Ideally, removal spells. Double bounce is not bad. 5 mana is a little bit much, but I think we're in the market for that. Mind Rot, Salumgar, Scorn are also whatever. Yeah, Ojutai's Breath. We just need to start getting any kind of spell like this. Tempo. I really prefer the black removal spells because blue removal spells more or less don't exist. But blue tempo spells we'll take. We'll take, and then just outcard them, hopefully. Curious as to whether I would assume for Salumgar you kind of prioritize the exploiters rather than the exploited. I could be wrong on that, just because we're missing on that so far. I thought I was gonna like this guy, and he is just like costs like 1 too many mana. This is always very awkward in my experience. So I'm going to take Reducing Stature, which is also not great. Like it has this would be much better in like almost any other set. still playable, but like if it's a 0/2 creature, any +1/+1 counters have that are on it still add up. So if it has 2 counters on it, it becomes a 2/4 instead of a 0/2. It also, you know, any weird abilities it has still come into play. Skirmisher or Butcher. We do need more low drops, but we also do need removal spells, and he kind of functions as that. I don't know how often we're going to be dashing around, so I guess I'll take him. Really have not seen the little guys. Don't think we're Skywise Teachers in stack. We have 3 non-creature spells so far. We could run Glint. Prefer not to. We also have Butcher's Glee is quite strong, and Wild Dragonfire is playable, not strong. Carsey Sadist is also in the same boat. I think I'll take a Butcher's Glee. And then, like, Carsey Sadist, you really don't want generally to exploit. There are also some good red cards coming around. I don't know what happened with that. But anyway, we'll take this guy. He's whatever. He's a 2/3. Carsey. I don't have a blind spot for these guys on the first pass around. Like, I don't know whether Carsey Sadist is better than Shambling Goblin. Shambling Goblin, I think they're both good against the same decks, and the Carsey Sadist is just a little bit more flexible. Helps when you have to gang block or something. And okay, Marshal is a reasonable card. The rest of his sideboard card. This Ancestral Statue is not really a thing. I guess we could use it to recycle or exploit, and then it's just whatever. This guy's. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you make a defender that can't defend on the turn he comes down? Like, I don't know. It's like a 3-mana 2/5 defender's broken. I don't know. Trying to figure out the flavor on that. We got 2 rares to choose from. I've never played with Palace Siege in limited. Typhoid. So the choices like Typhoid Rats, Aven Surveyor, or Palace Siege. So this is either just basically draw a creature card out of our library, out of our graveyard, or just double extort our opponent every turn. Seems fine. Yeah. Hopefully we're in a position where we can cast a 5-mana do nothing enchantment and just grind them out over time, but sure, whatever, I'll take it. Reach of Shadows. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the pick. Monastery Siege is not bad. I think we really need the Reach of Shadows. So this one allows us to just draw extra cards, basically. Yeah, we're not going to be choosing the Dragons mode, I'm pretty sure. Sultai Skullkeeper would be fine. We do need some low drops, but just 5 mana, just kill anything other than a morph. That's pretty strong, so we'll go with that. Sage Eye Avengers is pretty good. Jeskai Sage is really what we need. Sage Eye Avengers is quite strong. Right into Beam is also fine. I don't know. When in doubt, I usually take the rare. We're not that heavy on high drops. We're getting a little bit in there. I mean, this isn't really 5 drop or 6 drop. 1 6 drop, couple 5 drops. We're fairly late in the process. I'll take a Sage Eye Avenger. Sure. Just got more Reach of Shadows. Never actually. Did that turn out to be a thing? I don't know. I didn't play that much limited during the Fate Reforged era, but I'm pretty sure we just take another removal spell. I like Aiden Surveyor. I like Typhoid Rats. Typhoid Rats is just, our curve feels much better with Typhoid Rats. It's kind of close which one was better. Dismal Blackwater would be nice, but we're just straight 2 color. We don't need the fixing usually. I probably just jinxed myself pretty bad. Jeskai Sage is what we're looking for. And Jeskai Sage is perfect. Yeah. Crucible, Spirit Dragon, Sultai Emissary, I'm pretty sure is what we're looking for. Yep. This is storage land for dragons. Yeah. We're I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed in that there's just Dragon to Tarkir does not really have that many dragons for limited. There's none at common, and limited is 80% commons, whatever. 70% commons. So we're not splashing anything. Mardu Shadow Spear is I don't know. I don't think we're gonna be running that, but maybe there's some world where we do. Skullkeeper, or we didn't get any of the any delve cards. Fortunately, we've got enough 2 drops. Maybe there's some world where we need to sideboard an Ancestral Vengeance against somebody. Yeah. All right. So if we need to lower our curve, we can. What are we going to be looking at? All the Skullkeepers. So I can have all the skulls I want. That's sweet. I was going to actually take the Rune Mark just because I don't think we're going to run either of them, but I don't think we're going to need 3 Skullkeepers. I don't imagine ever sideboarding that in. I didn't do very well in the PTQ, and I was talking to the person who actually won the PTQ, and they almost got in the last game of the finals. He had like some morph creature and ambush Crotique in hand, and he accidentally played the ambush Crotique face down instead of the morph creature. And fortunately, the judge was watching and caught it immediately, and it didn't. Whatever. He didn't get a game loss or anything for it, but I was like, oh well, you got lucky in 2. Like ambush Crotique should never be in your deck. So I don't know how you didn't get a deck reg error for that. All right. What the hell are you doing here? Ooh. All right. Is there anything in the sideboard that could possibly be in the main deck? Skullkeepers could be main deckable if you needed more 2 drops. We don't, so they won't. Alright. Let's group creatures separately. Ojutai's Breath is the only spell we should probably be looking to cut. We do need, I don't know, I've been getting into a mode where I just draft like all creatures. And then you need some ways to punch through. You just need them. So, otherwise, this deck is okay. Creatures, let's Tower Shell, we got plenty of. I don't know if the Tower Shell's better than Vanguard. I'd like to cut both of these. I think let's see. CDC's Faithful is okay-ish, so we need to cut 2 creatures basically. And creatures I'm thinking about chopping are the Vanguard, Icebreakers, and maybe one of those 2 drops. The worst one is maybe the Skirmisher. I don't know. It's definitely not Spread Estates or Jessica Sage. Could also be the CDC's Faithful. Yeah. So, yeah, I kind of like the Skirmisher. It's Sadist. I don't think we're going to get run over, so I don't think we need a 1/3. So, basically, we want to cut 2 creatures out of the bottom ones, and then these 3 piles. I'm going to start with the 4-drop. And the question is whether we cut the Icebreaker, or the CDC's Faithful, or the Sadist. And again, like, none of these are particularly good. I'm just going to cut the Icebreaker again because it's the higher up on the curve, and it doesn't say exploit. I don't know. We didn't. Ideally, we would have gotten like what's it called, a Palace Familiar. Yeah. Like one. Ideally, we would have gotten like 2 more of these Death Trigger guys. But so it goes. This deck seems fine. Assuming we're going to be a 9/8 split one way or the other. We've got double blue there, double black there, double black there. Let's see the color. So yeah, we're going to be not. We have 9 blue spells. So 9 blue and 14 black. Combined groups. Could be a 10-7. Yeah, I'm looking at like all our the spells that cost 3 or less, not counting Marshall because Morph. There we have 12 spells that cost 3 or less, and only 5 of them are blue. So that's the 7/5. That's not that big. And then our top end is 11 spells that are 4 blue. I'm just gonna go with 9/8. Just try to. I don't know. It's like very close in the situation as to what's better. Doing 9/8 or 10/7. I generally err towards being balanced. But yeah. All right, so that's the draft, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me again, and let's get to some games.